Shalom, Makim. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers that teach word and sincerity. This is the brother Iwan Lamia from GMS Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson. I'm going to just basically entitle it, this is what, soon what the whole world is going to look like. Because over there in Afghanistan right now, you have the Taliban, that basically seized control of the government. And, basically, these elites, it's basically, capitalizing off these different governments because what? We know that the NWO agenda is coming soon. This is all part of Esau Edom's agenda, trying to get control of these different governments. So I'm going to play this quick video. I'm going to just read a little bit of the article. I'm going to jump into some precepts. And there was a video. You had these Ishmaelites, falling off the plane, just trying to escape.
Homeowners, this incredible tip is
trying to escape the country, and this is the thing that's soon to come, all around the world and here in America, because it talks about what? Sedition among men. So this is from the Wall Street Journal. It says violence erupts at Kabul airport as Afghans tries to flee Taliban. And Taliban is a organization set up by these elites, America, what have you, It says mass evacuations follow the insurgents' capture of Kabul after a rapid sweep of the country. Kabul's international airport was in the throes of chaos Monday as desperate Afghans tried to flee on departing U.S. jets. Taliban gunmen roamed the terminals and U.S. troops killed at least 2 men, a sign of the disorder in the wake of the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan. And you have to understand, this is what Ishmaelites, live through every day. They live through constant war. These Americans over here, they live, in a prideful, type of mindset. They can't stand what those Ishmaelites go through every day. And it's coming here to America, because the Lord did say it's going to be a time like never before, And these Americans are going to lose it when, that's, the things that's happening over there in Afghanistan right now. And when it begins to, boil over here, and it's going to happen, It's going to happen. It says the U.S. troop on Monday flew helicopters low overhead, launched smoke grenades, and fired into the air in an attempt to disperse crowds and gain control of the facility where the U.S. is staging the evacuation of American personnel and thousands of Afghans interpreters and others who worked for the U.S. and now fear Taliban retribution. At least 8 Afghans were killed on Monday at the airport in 2 incidents. Armed men were shot and killed after approaching U.S. Marines. The U.S. troops weren't injured, and the armed men weren't identified. Military officials said they couldn't confirm whether the armed individuals were members of the Taliban. And right there, Afghanistan's own president basically flee from the country. And these different government or presidents, what have you, it's all a part of the agenda also. They all work for Esau Edom at the end of the day. Because Esau Edom is the Lord is the one in control, but what? These elites, down here on the earth, the Lord is the ultimate puppet master, of these elites. And these elites are controlling these different, small parties. But with that being said, if you want to read the rest of the article, it's from the Wall Street Journal. I'm going to jump into some precepts because this is soon to come to America. Sedition among men, rising against his government. But this is Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction cometh, and they shall see peace, and there shall be none. Right. I had made a lesson about how there's, no peace coming. It's going to be only destruction. People are going to try to, protest for peace, talk about peace or what have you. But it's not going to be peace because the Bible prophesies, there's not going to be any peace, only destruction. And there shall be none. Let's continue. Because a lot of people think, this is going back to normal. This is the new normal now. I'm going to start at 1 Thessalonians 5:2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Right, that means unexpectedly. The day of the Lord is going to come unexpectedly. But here's the point. This is the 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right there, America right now is trying to talk about peace and safety. If you take this, if you take the waters, different things like that, everything will go back to normal. But what? That thing that happened over there, Afghanistan, that happened, what? That happened suddenly, That was a sudden destruction of the so-called Taliban, seizing control of the government. Which in actuality, if you really look into the fact that, these Talibans or what have you are set up by, these elites, and they shall not escape. Right, and this is the time we're living in. They trying to preach peace and safety. A lot of people want peace and safety, but it's not going to come. Have I read in the last, as I read before, only destruction is coming to this place, This is Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waving and the waves roaring. Right, we're seeing that right now, the distress of nations. Every country that you look in right now is a major problem. You have South Africa, having problems. Venezuela, has hyperinflation. You can't forget about the whole Vanessa situation that's going around. People dropping dead left and right. Canada is on lockdown. Australia is on the lockdown. And this things are starting to get worse. You have famines out here. Sicknesses. The stress of nations. That's what we're seeing. Luke 21:26. Men's hearts, meaning their minds, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And we know ultimately how the powers of heaven are going to be shaken is through those thermonuclear missiles. But we're entering into a time where, we're going to see a lot of, scary, a lot of scary shit. But we have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai, and the rest of these people don't, Looking for those things which are coming on the earth, right? The Lord is sending, massive plagues upon the earth, never before seen, and a lot of people are going to bug out, and that's the reality of it. A lot of people, it's going to come a time where you're, I'm bringing out the article right now, all those things going on in Afghanistan to those Ishmaelites, but there's going to come a time where that's going to be happening everywhere, and you're going to literally, see people be killed right in front of you. Concentration camps, you walking over dead bodies, apparitions. The Lord is setting up this place for the Lord is setting up basically the end of this place, and what we're seeing over there of Afghanistan is, small, to, this was to come. This second address 15-14, I'm, cut off with this one. Or end the lesson with this one. 2 Esdras 15:14. Woe to the world, woe meaning destruction. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Let's continue. 2 Esdras 15-15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. Or we know the modern day sword is the gun. Over there in Afghanistan, you have the so-called Taliban seizing control of the government. Different things like that. You have the citizens, trying to escape the country. It was a video where, those Ishmaelites was hanging on to a crafter in midair and they fell off, And that's the same thing that's going to happen over here to America. When America, when the whole world, not only here in America, but the whole world goes under, a lockdown. You have these UN troops on your streets. These people are going to rebel, 2 Esdras 15-16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right, it's going to come a time where every street corner you own, or every corner of the streets, or half you, it's going to be war on all sides. People are not going to trust one another. People are going to war against their governments. All hell is going to break loose in this world, called America. Not only in America, America's going to catch the most hell, but all around the world also. This is what the Lord is bringing. And over there, we stand in Afghanistan. It's small compared to what's to come. And I'm gonna just basically end it off right there. So Lord, I hope this was edifying to the elect. So I just want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers to teach word and sincerity. You know, Lord one, I hope this is edifying. The Lord one, I'll come back with another lesson soon. Shalom.